All the time, we never learn. Even when you look at people that look like me and you, that are out there in Christian shrines, where there's Christian establishments in areas of the children of the diaspora, instead of there to be one Christian establishment, one building, instead we have 100. We have one on every street corner. Why? Because people that look like you and me, everybody wants to be at the top. Everybody wants to be the pastor. Everybody wants to be the leader. And as I said, not much has changed from biblical times. Numbers 12, it says, verse 1, it says, and I'll read it for you. Numbers 12 says, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman who he had married. For he had married an Ethiopian woman. And they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Have he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. And it says, now the man Moses was very meek above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. And the Lord spake suddenly unto Moses, and came unto Aaron and unto Miriam, come out ye three unto the tabernacle of the congregation. And they three came out. And the Lord came down in the pillar of the cloud, and stood in the door of the tabernacle, and called Aaron and Miriam. And they both came forth. And he said, hear now my words. If there be a prophet among you, I, the Lord, will make myself known unto him in a vision, and will speak unto him in a dream. My servant Moses is not so, who is faithful in all mine house. With him will I speak mouth to mouth, even apparently, and not in dark speeches. And the similitude of the Lord shall he behold. Wherefore then were ye not afraid to speak against my servant Moses? And the anger of the Lord was kindled against them, and he departed, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. And behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. Food for thought. What color was she before? But I digress. And the cloud departed from the tabernacle, and behold, Miriam became leprous, white as snow. And Aaron looked upon Miriam, and behold, she was leprous. And Aaron said unto Moses, alas, my Lord, I beseech thee, lay not the sin upon us, wherein we have done foolishly, and wherein we have sinned. Let her not be as one dead, of whom the flesh is half consumed, when he cometh out his mother's womb. And Moses cried unto the Lord, saying, heal her now, O God, I beseech thee. We have not changed. We have not changed. The same way we want to be at the top, the same way everyone that looks like me and you wants to be the pastor, wants to be the leader, is the same story that we just read. You heard it. They said, what, God only speaks to Moses? He's spoken to me too. Same people. Same people. And it's embarrassing. We're supposed to know. I came up here last week and I read Corinthians 12. How of the same spirit, many members, but of the same spirit. And we all get spiritual gifts off that spirit. Not everyone can be the teacher. Not everyone can be the leader, not the priest, not the prophet, not the dreamer, not the security member, not the person in charge of culture, not the teacher, not the prophet, not the prophetess. Not everyone can have the same job. Not everyone can be the doctor. But when we understand that gifts are given from the same spirit for us to work together to make up that one body, then and only then is when we can do good. Then and only then is when we can proceed to do great things. When we can proceed to be a nation, a functioning nation, an economy, a nation within a nation, a nation that is what's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is self-proficient. That's the word I'm looking for. A nation that is self-proficient. When we can do everything, when we no longer need to go to others. Remember that point, because I'm going to read that in a story later. When we no longer need to go to others. We're supposed to know that we need to come together as one. The same way 5 fingers make up a fist. If you try to fight someone like this, I guarantee you probably lose if he has his fists clenched. Because when you bring it all together, that is when you get true power. So I say be blessed, man. Consider yourself blessed that you are even here. For the scripture says, I had rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than to dwell in the tents of wickedness. It doesn't matter what you do here, man. The point is, we need to be a self-proficient nation. We are already the most divided people on the planet. And if everybody wants to be at the top doing the same thing, then how will we run a self-proficient nation? You tell me. That's the $1 million question. How can we do it if everybody wants to be the same?